So speaking about all the amazing, powerful women in the room, we're very lucky tonight to have our keynote be Barinder Rizzotti. So before I call her up, I'll be reading a bio that we have for her. Barinder Rizzotti and the Shakti Awards are a celebration of the courageous and inspiring women of our community. Every year we honor women from all walks of life for their display of Shakti. This year we are pleased to announce that our keynote speaker will be Barinder Rizzotti, a woman who has made a name for herself in various levels of government, nonprofits, and the health sector. She is the first South Asian woman to be elected as a city councillor in Canada. Barinder is the recipient of the 2020 Award for Leadership and Resilience. She says that being a mom is the most of who she is. With an extensive background working with senior levels of government, stakeholders, and the private sector, Barinder Rizzotti has mastered skillful leadership by finding common ground to encourage respectful, informed dialogue on diverse issues to tackle emerging challenges facing BC's future. Previously, Barinder served 2 terms as an elected councillor for the city of Surrey and served on the board of directors for British Columbia's largest health authority, Fraser Health. With the emergence of Canada's cannabis industry, Barinder founded the National Institute of Cannabis Health and Education in 2017 to promote evidence-based research and education about cannabis. Shortly after, she became the editor-in-chief for Botanic Hue magazine, a cannabis print magazine with a large social footprint, and the following year, she co-founded Cannabis Wise, a seal of cannabis standards to go above and beyond the current Health Canada requirements. Most recently, Barinder co-founded GrowTech Labs in 2018 after identifying a need to help the pre-legalization cannabis community navigate the post-regulated space through an expedited process that focuses on innovative technology and strategic partnerships. She was later appointed CEO and has led the company to several successful partnerships and aided the establishment of the BC Small Cannabis Producers and Processors Co-op. While Barinder's professional career continues to embolden the cannabis industry, she has rapidly become one of Canada's most notable cannabis influencers. Her verified Twitter account has over 10,500 followers and 21.8 thousand likes, while her LinkedIn boasts over 7,500 contacts, and her Facebook personal and professional page has over 9,300 friends and 3,000 likes. Barinder is a regular speaker on cannabis panels, podcasts, and radio. In addition to her work in the cannabis space, Barinder is a fierce advocate of women's rights, having co-founded a unique series of conferences named She Talks, each featuring 16 inspirational women who share stories of leadership, transformation, innovation, and how to succeed in today's rapidly changing world. Among her many accolades, Vancouver Magazine ranked her as one of the most 50 powerful in Vancouver. Please welcome to the stage Barinder Rizzotti.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you to Sonia and the Shakti Committee. Annie and Zara, thank you so much. You know, when I was thinking about resilience and leadership in the context of being a keynote today, I was thinking a lot about talking about empowerment and lifting others up as we go and talking about the successes that I've had. And I realized one thing, that probably what's defined me more than the successes is some of the things that may have been considered by others as failures. It's about going down a road and having to pivot or shift where you thought you were going to be because you ended up somewhere completely different. But what I realized about my journey was that I am blessed because I have been privileged. I had the privilege of parents who chose to give everything up in their homeland to come here to Canada to give their kids a better life. I have been privileged that I have had opportunities from a very young age to hold roles of responsibility. And what I thought real resilience and leadership is the women who have the skills, abilities to do not only what I've done and others have done, the other nominees that are going to be recognized today, but they've never had the opportunity or the privilege. And I think when we shift our conversation around resilience, that's a conversation we need to have more of today. As an immigrant woman, I came to Canada when I was 9 months old. I grew up in a very loving home, but a very conservative and strict home. So navigating one foot in a South Asian culture and the other in the Western culture that I was brought up in, really led me to develop some skills around negotiation, regarding how to build capacity in terms of my parents' understanding of the new world that I was living in without challenging them so much that it would break their hearts. And those are the skills that I later applied into my professional life, recognizing that, there is a nurture part of who we are in terms of being advocates, but a lot of immigrant women have to not only advocate for themselves or their families, but they do have to put their elbows up to be even recognized, to be able to get some of the positions that come quite naturally to other people in the community. So I am one of the gifted ones, and as I am working through making sure that as I have had these opportunities, it's really about building resilience for women who are still living in situations where they're not only not having opportunities, but they're actually not safe. That's one of my proudest moments, is setting up the Surrey Coalition Against Domestic Abuse. It's about very bright women who don't get the advantage or the privilege of having an education because they are girls. It's about in a workplace where a woman not only works harder for less money, but the recognition, the notoriety that is given to others is not given to them because they're not recognized as equals yet. So as a mother of 2 sons and a daughter, I know it's really important that we continue on this journey. And one of the things I want the men in the room to understand, that this is a complete partnership in society of making sure that women on your team, the women that you're supporting, whether it's in your home or in volunteer ventures, women aren't going to put up their hands. Even when women are asked to take a position, what they'll do is so much self-analysis of themselves that they will be saying, I'm not ready. And it's time for all of us to say, no, you are not only ready, we are going to support you in any way that you can, because you not only have what it takes to be a leader and to have the same level of resilience that others have, but we need to start creating space and adding voice to the people who aren't going to do that for themselves. So I would be remiss if I didn't tell you what has been the number one thing to my success. And that isn't been a job or a title or any of the influence that I have worked really hard to garner. It is only because of the support network of the women in my life. And I want to recognize, and Jen Marchbank will be recognized as one of the recipients of the award today. I have both Margot and Linda Stromberg here for my She Talks community, again, where women are able to share their stories and we build resilience. By not saying you're successful because of what you've done, but you're just successful because of who you are and overcoming the day-to-day challenges. And I have friends here who have been friends for 10 years or 30 years, but the one thing that I know is that every time a woman does well, we are going to bring other women along because she is going to see something in those women that she identifies in herself. So I'm saying let's redefine the definition of resilience and leadership. Let's look at women in our everyday lives who just need that little bit of a nudge or that hand to be held to bring them forward, because we all in this room, as we sit here, have the great privilege of living in a great country that allows us to have these conversations. And for women who are immigrants, always know that you are not being disrespectful or not valuing the heritage of where you came from when you're at the table asking for things to be different. And we are not doing that enough now. And I hope that as the Shakti Awards continue on for the next 20, 30 years, that we are recognizing those women as well as the ones like me who have had a great privilege. So thank you to you all, and everybody continue on with the great work. And I wish all of the nominees the best of success in all of their ventures, and congratulations to all the previous winners again. And Sonia, a big shout out, because I know how hard it is to organize such successful events like this tonight. Thank you very much.
Actually, Barinder, before you leave the stage, we'll ask you to stay on the stage. And Sonia, if you'd like to come up, please. So Sonia will be presenting you with the Resilience and Leadership Award.
friends. You are today at Shakti Gala event, which is the 20th celebration of International Women's the celebration we are doing here. And you are with AAJ magazine, and we are celebrating with Shakti today at Bollywood Banquet Hall. And with us is an award winner here in the Shakti Gala, Miss Kamila Singh Ji, which everyone knows in the community, and she's a recipient here of the award, one of the awardees here. And it's our pleasure to introduce to you Kamila Singh Ji, which needs no introduction from my issues. I would tell you that. But Kamila Singh is known by everyone as a community activist, and she's an award winner. She's with us. We would like to have her views about her winning an award here, which is an exceptional award at Shakti Awards here. And what are her thoughts today? First of all, welcome Kamila Ji.
Thank you so much, and happy International Women's Day. This is the eve of International Women's Day, so I want to remember all the women all over the world.
Very nice. Kamila Ji, you have won the award today. How does it feel? What are your thoughts on it? How the women should be acting and should be in today's world? What is lacking that our women are not coming out? I have seen you very active in the community. You have been everywhere about women's rights, and you have been asking people to come out and speak about it. And what are your thoughts about it? What do you want to say to the community?
I think on the International Women's Day, every woman is a winner.
That's right.
I am taking an award for all the other women who have been volunteering, and some of them are not acknowledged, or some of them are not around, and some of them even are not able to get out of the house because there are so many women who also live in the violence relationship that they are not able to come celebrate each other. So I want to acknowledge them. I want to remember those women. I am taking this award on behalf of all the women.
Friends, we are very proud that Kamila Ji is with us. Kamila Ji is known activist in the community, and everyone knows that her hard work, her media work, her community work, and she even work at a women's center as well. Kamila Ji, I would just like to have a brief introduction to the viewers that are joining us, to the viewers that are seeing you worldwide, about yourself, just a bit.
I'm a woman, just like as you've seen. For last 30 years, I have been involved in anti-violence movement because I strongly believe that there are so many women who do not have a voice.
Right.
So I want to be the voice of those women.
That's right.
And that is the reason that I have chosen this field to be representing women. And I have, with my work that I have done, there are so many women that I even meet today on the streets, in the parking lot, in the malls. They say, "Oh, I remember you. I went to you. You really helped me." So that is the biggest achievement that I can have. It's not that I am a counselor. I work with women, but just being physically, emotionally present when a women are going through difficult time, I think that's what matters, because somebody is not talking to them, is listening to them.
Right.
I think the women need to be listened to, and I think that is the most powerful thing for a woman. That's where the healing begins, by supporting and listening to them.
It's a very strong message coming from Shakti Gala award-winning Kamila Singh Ji. And Kamila Singh Ji is known by everyone. The whole community knows it. Kamila Singh's active support in the women's area, her work can be seen and noticed everywhere. And I'm very proud to have Kamila Singh Ji with us. She has worked tirelessly over the years, working. You know, it is very hard to balance when you're working and you're doing all other community work, but she has managed to achieve that target. And she's an awardee on Shakti Awards Gala 2020 here. And Kamila Ji, I would like to thank you so much for joining us on AAJ Media, on AAJ On Location. Would you like to send a message or a viewer to our viewers here?
All I want to say to all the women and everybody that is watching your program all over the world, that never give up. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. And this message is for all the women who are not be able to come and celebrate International Women's Day with us and not are able to get out of the house and have the freedom that most of us here have. So have hope, and there is always, always light at the end, and never give up.
Once again, we'd like to thank Kamila ji for joining AAJ On Location, and thank you so much, Kamila ji.
Pleasure is always mine.
Saturdays at 1:30 p.m., Alive with Aman brings you important conversations with leaders in our communities. Fridays at 8:30 p.m., join Rasta Mike for a look at African and Caribbean culture through music and community events, presented in English.
Friends, you are with AAJ Media, AAJ Live on Location. Aranjit Lagiri is at Shakti Gala 2020 event. And as you know, we are covering this event here. Sonia Andi is our main person who's doing the show, but there are so many other powerful and empowered women with us today. And one of such women is Rita Chauhan, who's with us. I want to talk to her and welcome her to AAJ Media.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Aranjit.
From AAJ Media, we know Rita Chauhan. You are our magazine's on our front cover as well. Rita, I want to know what you think of International Women's Day that we are celebrating here on a Shakti Gala. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's an amazing event. First of all, I mean, not only is it high time that to honor empowered women, but it's also, to bring it out into the mainstream. And I think just to have women of every day. And now, to me, Shakti is not necessarily a businesswoman or somebody who has a profession or whatnot. To me, it's every single woman who works very hard, whether it's to take care of her family, her kids, her husband, her parents. I think to me, that's what Shakti is, to have all these qualities. We are constantly juggling different hats, and that's, I think, what we need to celebrate. And whether it's International Women's Day or whether it's this Shakti event, I think that's what's the key important, is that to sit back and appreciate all the women in your life.
That is true. I mean, it is not should be a one-day event. It should be, women should be celebrated every day. The amount of hard work that they put in, amount of things that they do in our lives, it's not only men that do that. Women is an equal partner. It should be recognized, and it should be recognized every day. Rita Chauhan is with us on AAJ Live on Location show. We want to hear from Rita. You know what she does, and we want to know from her, what is she contributing in the community? How does she collaborate? How is she able to take the time out for such event in her such busy schedules?
Yeah, again, I think, women are just so used to multitasking, and that they take all these projects, whether it's with your family or your business or your friends. It's time management. Obviously, it's just something you have to be organized in. But I think whatever's close and dear to your heart, to make the effort. You should always make that effort and come out and support these kind of events. I think working, being part of a business, that's one thing, but also giving back to the community if you're able to in any way possible, whether it's time, money, anything, or just even to be there as a supporter is very, very important. We have to, if you're at that point in life, I think it's an amazing opportunity to give back. Our community is a beautiful community, and we need to be to celebrate everybody as a whole.
That is so good. Sonia Andhi was with us a few minutes ago, and she had the similar vibes about this event. She said the women should be celebrated every day. The amount of work she's putting into the community, into their the personal lives is so much that she should be celebrated every day. Why is such a inequality even in these foreign countries? We have come so far, but we are not still able to equate the barrier. What do you think?
I think, theoretically, because women have been known as the weaker sex, whether it's emotionally weaker or whether it's physically weaker, honestly, I have to say women are probably actually a lot more stronger than men. But it's that notion, and this is not something that I'm going to be pointing against men. I think women, each other, ourselves, we need to start empowering each other. It's not asking anybody from outside, but it's ourselves, within ourselves. Let's not knock ourselves down first. Empower yourself, then you can empower other women. Once you see such a strong vibe, you will earn that respect, and you will get that contribution from men and from outside of that.
That is what actually I feel the Shakti's vibe is.
Exactly.
Celebration is the women power, and women has that power. It is just that it has been diminished in a way, but it's not internally diminished. They have that power, and it can be seen when they're multitasking, the amount of jobs they're doing. But I hate to see when they have to work double to reach the same level of the job that a man is doing. And I would like to say that on this particular day, and every day, women should be recognized. And thank you so much for joining AAJ Media, and we would love to have you one more time later in the show.
Definitely. It's always an honor. AAJ Media is like family to me. I always look forward to be, part of conversation with you guys, and you guys are doing great work. Please keep shining.
Thank you so much. Thank you. From AAJ Media Live on Location, this is Aranjit Lageri. We have just spoken with Rita Chauhan, one of the key awardees here, one of the person who has invested so much time in Shakti Gala, in women empowerment. Thank you so much from AAJ Media. Thank you.
Saturdays at 1:30 p.m., Alive with Aman brings you important conversations with leaders in our communities. Fridays at 8:30 p.m., join Rasta Mike for a look at African and Caribbean culture through music and community events, presented in English.
Shakti Society is very excited to announce the recipients of the 2020 Shakti Awards. Every year, we receive nominations of outstanding women who are working hard to make a better society for all of us. This year, we had an extraordinary array of women who were nominated in many of our categories. They were nominated by their peers, family, and friends. These women are active in the community, they are role models in their category, and are being honored for consistently demonstrating the spirit of Shakti. We thank